we are going to be going in alphabetical order, and Oliver, you will be coming up first. And Oliver, your first question is, tell us who you are and why you should be elected. Sure. 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Good morning. Certainly it's my honor and pleasure to stand in front of this august body and ask for your endorsement for the 2019 president-elect. I'm pleased to introduce myself to you. I'm Dr. L. Oliver Robinson by way of credentials. I have a BA from Brown University, a master's and PhD from the State University of New York at Albany, past president of New York State Council School Superintendent, co-chair of the New York State Council Commission on Diversity and Inclusivity, 2013 New York State Superintendent of the Year. This is my 23rd year in administration, 18th year as a superintendent, and 14th year in my current school district for about 10,000 students in the capital region of New York. So those are my credentials. In terms of who I am as a person, my wife told me to make sure I mention her name. I'm the 25 plus years married to Tammy Ellis Robinson. 3 wonderful kids. I have 2 boys. The oldest son is a senior at Howard University in Washington, D.C. My middle son is a sophomore at Savannah College of Art and Design in Georgia. And my youngest daughter, a burgeoning ballerina, is an 11th grader in high school that promised me that, Dad, I'm going to be a New York City ballerina, and you're going to have to pay for it all. I pride myself on being a highly impactful leader for learning, and also pride myself on being a student of the profession, recognizing that we must grow every day to optimize our skills in order to be difference makers for our students. As leaders for learning, we're the catalysts. We're the catalyst for our students. We're the catalyst for our parents who send their children to us with blind faith that we will always do what's in the best interest of their children. So with that being said, I certainly believe that our leadership matters. I want to be the ASA president-elect, recognizing that ASA is truly the premier membership organization that represents leaders from across the state. I want to be able to influence the quality of education that our students receive every day so every parent can stand in front of an audience and brag and boast about their kids the way I brag and boast about my 3 kids. Because I recognize that a good education is transcending and transforming, hence the fundamental axiomatic good of public education. I'm a champion for public education. I am truly a testimony of public education. In many ways, being an immigrant child from Jamaica, coming to this country where my father said to us, we have one job and one job only, and that's take advantage of everything this education system has to offer. And I remember that day from 1977 till now, and I live every day to try to ensure that every child within my charge have that wonderful experience that I had in a public school. So with that being said, I look forward to the process of becoming the ASA president, 2019 president-elect. I look forward to your support and anything I could do to help you wherever you are across the country. Recognize we have one common thing, and that's the education of a beautiful mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oliver. And now we have Kristi Sandvik, who is going to come up. And again, Kristi, the question is, tell us who you are and why you should be elected. You have 3 minutes.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Most of my credentials are in the packet that you have, and thanks for taking the opportunity to read those. I'm from Buckeye, Arizona. I serve 5,600 students. Most of you know that Buckeye is west of Phoenix, about 30 miles. And I have been afforded great opportunities through public education, serving large and small districts in rural, urban, and now a suburban district. I'm humbled and I am thrilled for the opportunity to serve as president-elect for AASA. We have thousands of leaders across the United States making a difference in the lives of children every day, in every classroom, in every school. Last year at this time, you may recall, we approved changing the 153-year-old mission statement of AASA. And that was to change the importance and capture the equity in public schools. I'm so proud of the work that we did. Equity is so important, and advocating for equitable access for all students to the highest quality and developing and supporting system leaders. During my time on the governing board and the executive committee with all of you, this has been probably my most proudest thing we've accomplished. However, I'm very proud and honored to have been part of advocacy to be part of program development, and also learning from all of you. I think this group is incredibly, I just can't come up with a stronger word. You guys are all thought leaders, and I'm just very proud to be part of this group. As we move the organization forward, I believe that we have the will, the skill, and the knowledge to carry out this mission. And as president-elect, that's something that I will bring to the table. I will make sure that we focus on carrying out that mission. As we prepare our students for an unknown future, it will be my priority to focus on all opportunities for all students. And I wish that we can achieve academic success through fulfilling those opportunities. I also wish to say that superintendents, all of us, it's our voice that matters. When we train and recruit and we retain nation's best leaders, we ensure that our actions are deliberate in those efforts. I want to thank each and every one of you for your commitment to every student in every classroom and every day. It's your voice that matters. Leadership matters, but our relationships matter more. I would be honored to serve as your president-elect for AASA. Thank you.
They just made my job so easy. So this next one with 2 minutes, no problem. You've got it down. So we are going to do part 2. And once again, we're going to be going in alphabetical order with Oliver first. And this time, 2 minutes to respond. And you are going to be selecting your own questions. So these will be different questions. And going to mix it up. It's like winning the lottery. Oliver, you want to come first?
So I hope the question is, how do you spell your first name?
There you go. Okay. So, as a practitioner, what evidence-based, value-added criteria best meets the public's need for ROI and accountability consistent with our mission? Take one look at it, and then we'll start the timer. All right.
So as a gentleman yelled out, pass on that. So it's an interesting question because one of the things that I don't want to have a negative response to the question, one of the things that I struggle with oftentimes when people start issues with evidence-based, at the end of the day, for me, we first need to understand the needs of our students. And that's the first part of it. So how do we really understand? It's not necessarily based simply on assessments. We recognize that, and I'll give you a perfect example of my kids. My oldest son is a bright, extremely academically bright, gifted kid. My middle kid, when he was in first grade, someone said, well, you know, he's a special education kid. We're not sure of how literate he's going to be. And he drew everything. He's a kid. If you said something, he'll put it into characters and sell a story. And that's the way he communicated. So when I think about evidence-based, I really think about a notion that, yes, we certainly have to focus on literacy. We know that's the foundation for everything that we do within our school systems. But from my perspective as a practitioner, it really start thinking about how and what environment we create our kids so all kids can thrive. And that's the end of the day. Because, again, I use my kids as example. Same household, hopefully same genetic makeup. You know, I think my wife could vouch for being a mother, but I could question everything else. But on a very serious note, I'm very thoughtful about how do we ensure that we have a diversity of options for our kids so they can, in fact, see themselves. And so this whole notion, then, of looking at mirrors in windows, what are the mirrors that kids see every day from our literacy? What are kids seeing in themselves? And we can have kids go to 13 years of school that have never seen a picture in a book that resembles them or stories about their story. And on the same note, how do we ensure we have windows and opportunities so kids could see the world beyond their current existence? So when I think about evidence-based, I think about the things that are working for the unique nature of kids. And so we talk about literacy, we talk about social emotional learning, you name it, we're doing it. And thank you very much for that question.
Just so you know, Oliver, I did not write the questions, just saying. Okay, Kristi, good luck, good luck.
Who wrote these questions?
Not me.
I don't want that question.
Sorry, no redos. But anyway, in your current position, what do you do to stay connected with your students?
Well, that's a little easier. Sorry, Oliver. Okay, so in my current position, I have a variety of ways that I stay connected with kids. Most importantly, I just get into classrooms. I feel like that's the best way to stay connected. Just looking in the eyes of kids that you can see if they're having a good day or a bad day. And being in a smaller district, unlike some of you guys that have big districts, it's a little easier for me in my schedule to get out there and see how kids are doing. The other way, through technology, is a great way. In my speech tomorrow, I talk a little bit about technology being a strength and a challenge for us, just because of, all the reasons why that is. But I think technology is a good way to stay connected with kids too, social media. But honestly, at the end of the day, I really like to just get into classrooms and see the whites of eyes of kids, because that way you can really connect with them and you can see, if they're having a good day, a bad day. The other thing is through all the events that kids are involved in, whether it be sports or extracurricular, we have chess club or robotics and those kinds of things. You can kind of see how kids are doing, and that's just the way that in our school district we like to get kids involved in all kinds of things. So that's the way I stay connected with kids. Thank you.